Yeah, yeah. Fresh out the cell with a plan and a boo. Anklet beeping, but my heart's beating for you. Let's go. Met her on a prison pen pal site. She said you cute even in that orange light. Now I'm home and I'm free, kinda on probation. She picked me up in a Prius, pure elation. Got a teardrop tat and a heart full of dreams. She brought cupcakes and some government cheese. I said, girl, you a snack, maybe even a feast. She said, you just hungry cause you live with the beast. Love after lockup, wild and free. Got no keys, but she got the key to me. From yard time to FaceTime, look at us glow. From prison phone calls to reality show. Love after lockup, we don't play. Tinder got nothing on JPay. I did my time, now I'm doing hers. Doing laundry and love, both in spurts.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Love After Lockup Lockdown, where we are covering Season 2, Episode 27. As always, you can find us in our Facebook group and on Instagram at Love After Lockup Lockdown. I'm Jennifer,
And I'm Lisa.
and this week we're covering Season 2, Episode 27, Indecent Proposal. How are you, Lisa?
I'm doing pretty good. Daughter just got married over the weekend. We had a ball. Groom wound up with alcohol poisoning,
As
So
one does.
it's a story to remember, day to remember. So real quick, just want to say that we have an overwhelming following on Spotify, 113 followers. Apple is 123 followers. We have 31.6 thousand people in our Facebook group, Love After Lockup Locked Down. And we have 1.6 thousand people that are following us on our Facebook page. And it's very important for podcasts to have ratings and reviews. So we know all of these people are not listening, but a lot of them are. So if just a fraction of you would go to either Spotify or Apple, those are the two most important, and rate a review. On Spotify, you can only do a rating, but on Apple, you can do a rating and a review, or you can choose to do both or one or the other. But it would be wonderful if you would do that. Also on the Facebook page, you can review us there as well. So just help us out a little bit and just keep us going. And we're just overwhelmed by everything and how fast we're growing, and we're going to keep it going for you.
And this week we're going to start off with Lizzie and Daniel. And Daniel comes out and hugs Lizzie, and Teresa stays back, which I thought was a little surprising, and she lets them have their moment.
Yeah, because I think Lizzie was pretty positive that Daniel's mom was going to get upset if he hugs her first, but I think she was just going for it. She wasn't going to let mom get there first.
Right.
She's like charging at him.
Teresa's something else, though. Like, I feel like they told them to spice up the drama a little bit, but
I think so, because right now this is absolutely the most boring couple thus far in this portion of season 2. I don't know how you
definitely.
feel. Yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not super into them. In fact, I forget their names.
So Lizzie says that he's adorable and goofy looking. Well,
She also says that his face tattoos are gross. And so I didn't even realize he had like that many face tattoos. I'm like, what is she talking about? I know he has like the upside down umbrella, but then like I realized he has like under his jaw, he's got some like tattoos.
oh, okay.
I thought it was beard, but it's tattoos. But I'm like, dude, like all you're coming straight out with saying that he's goofy and his tattoos are gross.
That's not a good way to start it off.
No.
Very unlike Shane and
Lacey, where Lacey's
Lacey.
like
What?
dying over
I drew a
did you
blank
forget?
there for a second. Yeah, I was like, what? Yeah. So Lizzie says that she wants to have sex for the first time ever that night. Obviously, not the first time she's ever had sex, but the first time she's had sex with him. So, because they got locked up, he got locked up right after they got together, like a week later.
Yeah. She's gonna put a bag over his head, I guess.
put makeup on them so she can't see the face tattoos.
Yeah, yeah, we're gonna have to put some cover up on your gross face tattoos before we have sex. Do you mind?
Do you mind? So he hugs Teresa and says he feels like he's going to break her, that she's so tiny.
Yeah, and he says that he feels like a newborn child, and just adjusting in general is going to be hard. And we've heard this before, and I'm sure that it's definitely true.
Mhm. I mean, seeing things, tasting things, feeling things, there would be so many, not even necessarily new experiences, but if you were away from home long enough, it would be almost like experiencing them for the first time again.
Yeah, definitely. I fully get it, and it must be crazy to go through this. And then we see him in the car, and he says being in a car is weird, and that he's like, mom is going like really fast, and he feels like they're going fast. I get it. Like, it must feel super weird to be in
Right.
a car and terrifying. How many years was this? This was 4 years.
I don't remember. I was just going to ask you that, but
Yeah.
I don't remember how long he was away for. I should whiteboard this stuff so I can just look over and have the info, but there's so many people and so much info.
I think we hear later in the episode. I can't remember.
So she says that she's been keeping a secret from him and she hopes he'll forgive her. I don't know what the secret is, but when are we going to find out?
We heard something about it last episode, and now we're hearing about it this episode, and this is the same thing we went through with Megan and
Miss
Michael.
Megan.
How many episodes are we going to have to wait for this damn secret? And I'm going to tell you something right now. This secret better be good. This is 2 episodes, and I guarantee you we're not going to hear it on the next one either.
I hope he'll forgive me. Mm. Like,
We
they
can
always
take
say
a
that.
guess.
Oh, yeah, I know. Why did you do it? Like, why did you do it if.
Uh,
Okay. Next up, Andrea and Lamondre, and he gets out in 48 hours at this point.
And we remember that from the last episode, he was pretty disrespectful to her. And she says that she does love him, but he doesn't like how he's been disrespecting her. And it was really disrespectful what he was doing. And he was being really controlling too, and kind of scary.
Right. She's going to talk to Junior Boy, who was locked up with Lamondre. And I don't know about you, but I felt like she was flirting with him. Did you get that?
Little I did.
Like a little, it made me a
I
little
did.
uncomfortable because I was like, are you, it could just be her personality, but I was like, that's awfully flirtatious to be.
Honestly, my mind went to, I wonder if Lamondre is gonna be upset that she's talking to Junior Boy, because he was upset that she was going to do body painting, and now she's in this it's the studio, right? Talking to Junior Boy. And I'm like, the first thing on my mind was like, oh, Lamondre's gonna call and he's gonna be pissed that she's with
There
a
was,
dude. Yeah.
yeah. But Junior Boy says Lamondre puts on a lot of bravado and it's not always called for. But he also says people come out of prison wounded and Lamondre has his head on straight. Despite coming out of prison wounded, he has his head on straight and he reassures her that he's going to be fine.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely has to affect them. He says that it affects you mentally and physically, and absolute makes sense to me. And then, but you're taking a guy who lived a dangerous life, and then now he's been in prison, and then now you're putting him into the regular world and this one would be even harder, I think.
Hmm.
It's all around. This is a serious criminal that Andrea's got here.
He's a little scary.
Hmm. Yeah, this is the scariest one thus far, I think.
Yeah.
But he tells her not to worry, be positive, and I was, mm, I'm like, on this one. She does say that she wants to be happy, and then she adds in the word wealthy. It's in,
Yeah. Which one's more important to you?
I mean, it kind of. points to something, but I like Andrea so far, so I'm not gonna crap on her too bad.
Well, then we get to the point where Lamondre calls her while she's with Junior Boy. So we find out he's totally cool with them being together, no problem. And I would imagine they had let him know that this was going to happen before it happened.
Yeah, it definitely set up because they don't just like happen to be there while she's going to see Junior Boy and then Lamondre happens to call. This is somewhat set up here, and he apologizes though for how he acted, which I would think would be an uncharacteristic of a guy like Lamondre, but he does, and for that I was a little bit impressed. But then I'm thinking, I hope this isn't going to be a vicious cycle of what he's going to do. He's going to treat her like crap, then he's gonna apologize, treat her like crap, apologize,
Hmm.
this and that, because that's really abusive. So hopefully that's not how this is gonna go.
He said he wants them to work together. And she comes back and says that his attorney makes sure that every week UPS delivers flowers to her.
I
He's
know.
got a lot of money for a man in prison. Didn't they seize this money when they arrested him? I don't understand.
So he has money hidden. I think I said this last time. I think if you're a smart drug dealer, drug kingpin, whatever, you do hide your money where it can't be touched by the US government. So I'm guessing he's got it overseas or someone else has it. Someone else who's
This wouldn't be hard to track. He's setting.
there must be rules on what they can touch and what they can't. I mean, he could have made bank accounts for his grandma for all we know. I don't know. I don't know how you hide money
I don't know.
from the government. I'm I'm not I'm not hip to that.
I'll have to Google it.
Well, Google. Wait, put your phone on private. Private browsing before you Google that.
Ahead of time, you announce that you do not give anyone permission to use your search terms.
Yeah.
Announce it into the abyss. Next up are friends Tony and Angela, and she's with her friend telling him how awesome her and Tony's first day was. I am sorry. I love Angela, but she was straight delusional at this point. What are you talking about?
That was not an awesome date by any stretch of the imagination. It was awkward.
Mhm.
Tony was totally opposite of what she's telling Tommy.
Right.
He was not wonderful. He was not loving. He was not even remotely acting attracted to her at all.
Yeah, she says she's bummed they didn't have sex, and now she has to wait another week.
We
This
think.
is we we think, but this is like her number one priority. She's like, "Oh, Tony's so sexual. Tony's so sexual," and then she's like, "I want to bang Tony. Want to knock it out there. Go to Pound Town."
It's weird. I think Angela just has a very strong attraction to younger men. And we're not even finding that weird in any way at all, because if it were a guy we were talking about, it would be different. But we're talking about a woman doing the same things that guys get shit on for. So Angela is hunting, what would you call it? A cub? She's a cougar hunting a cub. Because, like,
He's not that young.
he's not really. He's what? How old is he?
He's in his 30s.
30s, yeah. But still, yeah. I mean, it would be a little bit weirder if he was in his 20s, or we'd have more to say about it. But yeah, they're not. It's not crazy. This scene got me. I was like, because immediately, and I had no idea what was going to happen, but immediately I was like, why not just date Tommy? This is
Right.
another. What's his name? Scott and his friend from the last season. Why can't I
Charmaine.
think of her name? Not
Charmaine?
Charmaine.
No, Charlene. Charlene!
Charlene. Yeah.
Apologies, Charlene.
It's another Scott and Charlene case. I feel like they have a connection. You can see it. We know they're close friends. I mean, sometimes I guess it can be weird to like have a romantic relationship with a friend that you're that close with. It doesn't always work out. You might be grossed out by that person. It seems like Angela kind of is.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not. I don't know. Tommy seems like a swell guy so far.
He does. So Tommy is suspicious of Tony, and he's right. He's absolutely right to be suspicious of Tony.
Right.
Everyone thinks that Tony's out for not what Angela's out for, not out for sex, not out for a relationship, but maybe possibly someone to take care of him financially, give him a place to live when he's out of the halfway house, whatever. So Angela also says, "What is life without risk?" I guess so, but you're kind of old to say something like that. You're like, get up there.
I mean,
So,
doesn't it matter less and less as you progress in age?
I maybe.
She says that Tony is her best friend and she really has fun hanging out with him. And Tommy looks so hurt. Like, not only does that not make a lot of sense, but she really hurt Tommy's feelings.
She did because I believe Tommy is her best friend, or he considers himself her best friend. So she's just like, she's just stomping Tommy into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And Tommy says, "What is love?" He says, "Tony is lucky he found her." And he basically tells her, you can walk away from this at any time. She can. At this point, she absolutely can. She does not have any links to Tony at all. They don't live together. They don't have shared bank accounts, whatever. But it doesn't seem that was not a good statement at this point, because we know Angela is not going to walk away from Tony at this point.
No.
That is the furthest thing from what she's planning on doing.
Tommy says that he feels like Angela's making bad decisions and he's worried about her. And she says that Tommy should be more accepting. She's not going to hear anything that anybody has to say to her.
No, but mostly he's afraid of losing her. And he will a little bit, once Angela actually starts an official relationship with someone, they're not going to be as close. I understand.
Right. Angela's doing an interview with production and Tommy walks back in and she asks him if he's supposed to be there and they're like no, but production said that they can talk. They'll stop so the two of them can talk. Translation, we want to hear everything that's about to go on.
But weird though, because she does say, "Is he supposed to be here?" So that gave us a little bit of hint as to how they do set certain things up. Because Angela's wait a minute, like are we having Tommy walk in at this point? um,
What is
so
happening?
yeah, she's like, but she really did generally look like really shocked. And so Tommy is just like, "Oh, I'm ready to take a risk." And then he asks Angela to marry him. And I was like, what?
That was wild. That was a wild thing to do. That was desperation. He was trying to save her. And, I think that he knew that he loved her enough, even as if it's just as a best friend, if you're saving somebody from potentially terrible situation.
Yeah.
Next, we visit Vincent and Amber, and Vincent says things are awkward because they slept in different beds. That's not why things are awkward.
No. They've been dating for 22 months. It just is this is just a relationship that isn't translating. It was good on paper, but in real life it's just not translating. It's weird. This one's real weird. I don't see any connection between them at all. I don't even think there's a connection from him to her, and definitely not her to him. I think he's waiting for it to happen or wanting, but I don't think it's going to.
No, it doesn't seem like it. She said while she was in prison, she felt like she loved him, but now it's awkward. Again, just awkward. That is our key word with these two. And he just doesn't seem as willing to accept it.
Definitely not. I think he's invested and he wants it to work because he was expecting it to work. But she does say that Vince is different from anyone she's ever dated. He's got it together. He's health conscious. It's just not with the lifestyle Amber had. This is just not what she's used to. But
Right.
I don't think that's the only thing that's making this weird for her.
No, I don't think so. He says that he's taking her shopping because she doesn't have anything, and he doesn't mind spending money on her because they're going to be married.
So why on these shows are they always and they do this with 600 Pound Life too? They're always in these little boutiques. Is it because they're not allowed to like record in like a Walmart or a J.C. Penney or something or a Target?
Maybe they won't let him film.
Yeah, there is these and I'm thinking to myself, "Man, those clothes in those types of stores are expensive because they're not
Mhm.
in mass volume. You're gonna pay like 30 bucks for a damn t-shirt in a store like that." And I'm like, "Why these little tiny boutiques?" But Amber's like, "No midriff dress or anything tiny, no tiny shirts." I was like, "Yeah, you don't look like a midriff dress kind of tiny shirt girl."
I love though, because we haven't had this yet. She tells the guy at the store that she just got out of prison the day before and just met her fiance.
Well, hell yeah, because this is what we do on this show. We tell strangers scary shit.
If we can ever get Amber on here, I want to ask her why everybody tells everybody they encounter that they just got out of prison. Like, is it something production must tell them? Be like, hey, also tell them that you just got out of prison. Tell them all your dirty secrets.
Well, because you know they're arranging this recording in this store ahead of time. They're not just like busting in this little boutique and be like, "Oh, we're
Yeah.
gonna record now." So they clearly know what show it is. So
Yep.
I don't know. It must be because it's so weird. You go into McDonald's and you're like, "I'll have a large Diet Coke," and also I just got out of prison and this is my prison wife. Like, like it would be so weird.
Do people who aren't being followed around with cameras do stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely wouldn't. I'd be hiding it. I mean, I would tell to people I wanted to tell, but not just any random person.
I don't tell random people anything. Like, I don't even like to tell them hi. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Good
I try
day.
to. I try to. It took me like a month to talk to anyone at my job. So,
She says she is excited to get new clothes. And he tells her that she needs a good workout outfit. Now, she
ooh,
gets salty. She says, find out if I want to work out first. Well, yeah, Vincent, what the fuck, man?
mm-hmm. He literally says this after she's like, "I need a good bra and Spanx," and then he goes into, "You need a." I was like, "Oh, he deserves at least the evil eye at this point."
But the thing was, he wasn't trying I don't think he was trying to insult her at all. I think he is an awkward dude. You know what I mean? He just doesn't say the right thing, doesn't do the right thing, and it's some people are just like that. It doesn't make him a bad guy by any means, but
Well, but I guess that they had talked about it, and she expressed the fact that she was not interested in working out together, so he knew this.
he did know. Yeah, and that's not the way to approach it.
No, and I think I did talk to you about this, but like I noticed, and I don't know if it was like worse on this episode than it was in the last one, but he either looks like sleepy or maybe like he's sluggish or he had maybe like a head injury or he's slow. Something's weird about Vince. He
I
talks like Rocky.
he There is something different about him. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. But
Mhm.
yeah. He says that she invited him into her world and he's just trying to invite her into his. And I think that's probably really what he's trying to do. He's just bad at it. And she already said she wasn't interested.
He could have left this for like down the road though. Like maybe eventually after they get acclimated to life, then be like, "Oh, hey Amber, do you think you'd be interested in maybe trying to go work out with me or something like not like right out of the gates, especially after she's literally said she wasn't going to."
Right, right.
He just she just chose the absolute worst time to say what he said. The worst.
So he says he really wants it to work out and that she's his soulmate. I don't know how anything that has happened so far would indicate to him that she is his soulmate. Anything.
No, they are not. These two are not soulmates. No. That is the wrong word. And then he does say that he didn't expect to be fighting already. It wasn't really truly a full-blown fight, but it was a little quarrel.
I mean, she snapped at him, but she had a right to. Like,
Yeah,
they'd already discussed it. She's not interested. And
definitely.
if he pursued her knowing that she wasn't interested in that, then trying to change her mind later is not the way to go about it.
Yeah.
Next up, Lacey, John, and Shane for a brief moment. And Shane was 17 when he got locked up.
Wow.
He's so young.
Yeah.
He seems like such a kid.
Yeah.
It kind of explains his personality.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. He's young. So they're at this like little cafe, and I thought this was weird because like don't you have menus? And they're just like randomly ordering out of the sky, and Lacey's like, I'll have a waffle. And Shane's like, I'll order eggs and bacon. And he was like, how do you want the eggs? And he's like, surprise me? Or no, how do you want the bacon? It was how do you want the bacon cooked?
Yeah, how do
And
you
he's
want the
like,
bacon?
it doesn't matter. Like you look like a big like a dude with muscles, like, order some bread, man. Like
But he's been in prison for so long eating prison food, you know what I mean, for years. So now it's his time to really eat. I would eat up, like if you came out of there, I would be like, all right, first of all, I would pull a Tony. I'd be like, fuck the sex. Like, let's get down to the eating. What do we got here?
mhm, yeah. I just, like, desperately wanted them to have stupid menu. I wanted Shane to have, like, a bagel or pancakes with his eggs and bacon. That's all I could think about.
So while they're out at breakfast, you can just tell like they are both so infatuated with each other. And they've only been talking for 3 months. So they're still really, really at that honeymoon stage. And she's more excited by all of this because she's doing something she's not supposed to be doing. He doesn't know that yet, but
Yep. So this is doubly as exciting for her as it is for him because this is what she thrives on, multiple men fighting for her. So Lacey says she's happy and it feels like a dream. It feels like a dream until John finds out.
right. He asks her why she doesn't have a boyfriend, and she says she just recently got divorced.
She skipped a lot.
A lot.
Shane said that Lacey was too good to be true and that he thought he was getting catfish. That makes sense. I'm sure it happens a lot when you're in
Yeah.
jail with pen pals and Tinder and whatever. Plenty of fish, whatever else they use to try to find people. I mean, even let me look at Angela. Angela and her sister like photoshopped her to make her look like a different person. So who the hell knows? He definitely was right that he could be getting catfish. I mean, I guess, I mean, I'm not a dude, you're not a dude, but for me, I would not be attracted to Lacey if I were a man, but I can definitely see how men would be. Does that
Right.
make sense?
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we wrap this scene up. It's just the two of them telling each other how attractive the other one is over and over again.
Yep, your eyes are so beautiful.
Ugh.
He did say he wants to bang at the hotel tonight.
Classy. Classy as fuck, my guy. Andrea and Lamondre are next. It is 2 days until his release, and she's with her sisters talking about her wedding dress. And her sister tells her to get a red dress, which she does not like.
Nice. Yeah, they said she needs something like something that matches your personality. And her budget is $3,000. Like they want her to have something unique. And I kind of get it, but I don't know if I would go with red.
I don't know
That's
about red.
little much. But she really wants a white dress.
She said she's running around like a loose chicken. I've never heard that one before.
So she says that her and her family are very loyal to each other and that she hopes that they grow to love Lamondre. And I'm sure that they will as long as he's not a crazy person.
Hopefully. Yeah. She said they're going to get married a week after he gets out, so they are not waiting long.
No.
But at least it's not the day that he gets out.
Yeah, they're at least gonna give it a week. But Lamondre's past worries the family, but her sister says that the sister she has with her says that she loves her unconditionally. And then she tries on a white dress and they just don't love it. She doesn't love it. They don't love it. I didn't love it either.
No, it wasn't great. And she's only there with her sister Tiffany and her friend Chiquita because she asked her other sisters and her mom to come, but they were all so upset about the relationship that they refused to come.
Yeah. She says she wants a small traditional wedding, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't know how true that is because I'm thinking about how many sisters she has, and we didn't even talk about brothers because I'm wondering if she has brothers as well. It would be weird to have all those sisters and have just sisters, I guess. But like they probably have kids, and then that's a big family. I'm like, what is
Mhm.
a small wedding to you? Like 100, 150?
Yeah, I don't
Lot
know.
lot of people. Yeah.
Family only. She
Mhm.
said that Lamondre has a lot of money, cars, and jewelry. And we already talked about how it should have probably been seized. So I don't know. I'm confused by that. But
Yep. She specifically said from drug dealing.
oh, did she? I didn't even catch
Yeah.
that. She said she wants a huge ring. Drug money.
Yeah. Again, this isn't looking good for her motives right now. Seeing all this stuff.
But her mom, Wanda, shows up and questions her and tries to talk her out of the marriage.
Yeah, she's like, so he's really the man of your life and you really love him. And I mean, she's like, yeah, and the mom's like, well, maybe he'll change. Well, I would think he has to because he just has to.
Next up are Cheryl and Josh, and he asks her why she didn't have her back windows tinted so they could have sex.
Oh man, I could have done without this entire scene. She's super excited he's out. He says that he's attracted to Cheryl, that it's been 5 years since he's had sex, and he is ready to show Cheryl his bedroom skills.
Ugh.
So, so gross.
And she says that she doesn't want to disappoint him because he's so godly gorgeous.
Oh man. And then I started looking at Josh even harder after she said this, and I I don't get it.
I don't get anything.
Run of the mill nerdy white guy. That's what I get.
I don't get anything that Cheryl says.
No.
So she lays down this blanket out in the open and they get naked and have sex. And I hate when they like keep the cameras on them. And the only reason it bothers me is because did you record the whole thing?
And they had to because they had to be able to have enough footage to cut out stuff. And it's so gross, man. Imagine being that cameraman. You're like in being like, I didn't sign up for this.
May have to record people having sex.
Oh gosh, it reminds me of like Boogie Nights, where they're like the with the camera guys is awkwardly watching people have sex. Ugh, so gross.
She said her expectations were met because they were low.
Oh, I can't I can't with these two. So she says it's the best day of her life so far. I feel like Cheryl said this before. I
Oh,
just
I'm
do.
sure.
Just do.
He said that he likes thicker women, but she's a good kisser. So I guess that'll do for him.
Yeah, all of the people he's dated before Cheryl have had some meat on their bones, so he's not used to as skinny as Cheryl is.
And he calls his mom Tina, and we find out that Tina's relationship with Cheryl is tense, but he told her that they need to get along.
Yeah.
Next, we check in briefly with Lacey, John, and Shane. And Lacey and Shane are shopping for a suit, and he tells the guy he just got out of prison.
Of course he did. And the guy's just like, all right.
So they both go into the changing room and they start making out, and the guy has to come kick them out. Ew.
I was just like, this is clearly not the right store to be doing this. And I don't know if you caught this, but I did. But when this started to go down, he had other people in the store, and it looked like they might have been a wedding party shopping for suits.
Oh my
Because he was like,
goodness.
okay, well, we have these choices. So it seemed like they were going to like either rent suits or buy suits for a wedding. And so it was doubly as awkward. And also, I cracked up at this is Lacey said that she can see Shane as being an attorney or a stockbroker and making really big bucks. And I'm like, dude, you need more than that, more than the suit. You need some education. Shane's not just gonna buy a suit and then go and knock on the door of a law firm and be like, I am here to be a lawyer.
Stop being logical, Lisa.
Also, I was in jail for the last 5 years, whatever.
He said that she's a little kinky and he's okay with it.
Yeah.
So
I like the part where the guy was just like, get out of my store.
get out. Yeah. Take that off or whatever and get out of my store. I'd be so mad.
So gross.
Time and place.
Yeah.
Next up, Angela and Tony. And Tommy tries to convince Angela to marry him.
Yeah. Poor guy. He just says that Angela is a great person, and we know that she is. We've heard very good things about Angela. We've heard people say she's a good lady, and I think that she is. And he just wants to know, he wants an opportunity to know what it's like to be with her, which is a really sweet thing to say.
Right. She said that she's speechless, but she's in love with Tony. I don't think it's love, but I'm not in that relationship, so I don't know. Tommy tells her that he thinks she does love him, but she says they weren't meant for that kind of relationship and she couldn't see them having sex.
That's that okay. I'll give her that. I understand that. That can definitely be a problem. She would have to convince herself to love Tommy in a different way than she loves him now, clearly, and that would be difficult. Do I want her to be with Tony? Absolutely not. Do I think she'd be better off with Tony? Yes. But I also wouldn't want to see someone force themselves to love someone or be attracted to someone that they're not.
Right. She said Tony is hot and sexy and she's committed to Tony.
First of all, do you think Tony's hot and sexy?
I mean, that's my opinion, so it doesn't matter. No.
No.
She doesn't know what he's going to do when she tells him about Tommy. He's going to do nothing because he doesn't care.
I thought the same thing. I'm like, he's just gonna be like, he's gonna give Tony a response. He'll be like, all right,
Tell him not to do that.
can we go get steak now, Angela? I'm hungry.
Get under the table, give me a blowjob where I can't see you.
Yeah. Hey, Tony, Tommy proposed to me. Uh, let's go get a sub. I don't know.
Next, we're back to Cheryl and Josh, and they're on their way to the parole office. She said she's worried that he won't be able to spend every minute with him.
She's not going to be able to. You're dating a paroled felon. Wake up, Cheryl.
Well, who gets to spend every minute together?
Not well, some have, right? There's different stipulations though. People have different rules, different
I
we've
mean, in
seen.
life, you don't get to spend every
Oh,
minute with anybody.
who would want to though? It's just weird. I don't know, but
Cheryl.
Cheryl's a weird girl. She's definitely is in La La Land, like her sister said. But Josh tells Cheryl to turn on her blinker, and that's why she gets into so many wrecks. I don't know if that's the case. I think Cheryl's just like
I
her
don't
brain
know.
is always somewhere else.
Cheryl is an interesting person. I don't understand her.
No.
So he finds out that he's going to be on an ankle monitor. He has a curfew and he has to stay with his mom. And Cheryl's super upset about it. But he thinks he can convince his mom to let Cheryl stay with them.
So awkward. But also, when he came out, he's like, I've got good news and bad news, but all he tells her is bad news. Where's the good news? Okay, so I gotta stay with my mom. I gotta be on an ankle monitor. I gotta be home at 8 o'clock. Where's the good news, Josh?
Their good news is they had sex earlier in the day in the middle of a field.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't. I'm on the same page as Cheryl with this. Is like, I don't want to go to his mommy's house at the end of the night at 8 o'clock to, like, I don't know, have bang and leave or what.
Then don't bang, and then don't be with a felon. Like, there are going to be things that you're going to have to do that you don't want to do. If you don't want to do that, find somebody who is not currently on paper.
Yeah. They never really say, though, how long their paroles are. I don't think we've heard yet anyone say how long they're on parole. Or is it like conditional where, like, you have to do this, this, and this, or it's this long, or I have no idea, but I don't know if we've ever heard anyone say the length.
Girl, you're asking the wrong person. I think it
Hmm.
varies.
Yeah.
But she gets mad at him and starts yelling, saying that he decided to stay at his mom's, which he didn't. Parole decided that. Like, why are you freaking out on him?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, I mean, all right. I know you friend requested Cheryl, but she's not the brightest bulb in the bunch. Sorry, Cheryl. Yeah, he's not doing this to piss you off or to make you angry. And if you did start a fight about this, it would be the dumbest fight in the universe because he has to follow all of these rules or he's going to go back to jail.
You want to see him even less? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand the argument. But she just she's like a young girl, you know what I mean? Where she's not thinking clearly and she's ruled by emotion maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, that's good. She is ruled by emotion. That's definitely hits it on the head.
And we wrap this episode up with Lacey, John, and Shane. And Shane and Lacey check into the hotel and she gets 2 adjoining rooms, which I don't know. I was a
I
little
was so
surprised.
confused. Yeah. I was so confused by this. This was not what I was expecting. But maybe because I I feel Lacey plays games. I feel she teases. This is what she does for a living. She is a cam girl. But I'm like, why are you messing with him?
I don't understand it, and it just keeps getting worse. She says John thinks they're going to get married, so she's not sure about having sex with Shane. What do you mean you're not sure? What do you mean?
It's all she's talked about. It's so freaking weird. She's crazy pants. So, like, John's like literally thinking they're gonna get married when he gets out. She went picked up a felon from prison. She gets 2 adjoining rooms. She's putting on a bra and some bright green underpants and
That don't match. You're on
it
TV
don't
like
match.
I'm telling you. Listen, I'm going to say this in front of the whole world. My underwear and bra do not match, but if I was going to be on TV, you bet my ass would go out and buy a matching set.
Yeah, 99.999% of the time, my bra and underwear don't match no matter what's going down. So I'm just gonna say that. But yeah, if I knew I was gonna be on camera for anything, especially for the entire friggin' world, people listen to the podcast from Australia, by the way. So just throw that out.
Excellent.
So they're obviously watching around the world, and she's in a black bra and bright green
Green.
panties.
It was not a good look, and I don't generally care about that kind of stuff. But he says he's excited to have sex with her because she's so sexy. You're so sexy, Lacey.
he's just like, you're one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen, and I'm just like, I know.
Insert gagging noises. So he's laying in bed and she comes out in the ugly outfit we have already talked about, and she straddles him. So she says, I'm not sure about having sex with him because I'm engaged, and then gets on the bed and straddles this man.
Okay, so were you thinking that when they stopped recording and everyone went home, that they had sex? Because I do. Because I think she just didn't do this because she knew it was being recorded.
Of course they had sex.
Yeah.
And she tells him that she wants to get to know him better before they have sex. And he's like, "Oh, okay." But I feel like he's agreeable to anything.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know much about Shane, but kind of he is young though, kind of a go with the flow. Like, okay, kind of.
He is young. I mean, I think.
Yeah.
So she goes to her room and he says she's the girl of his dreams.
For now.
For now. Who was your VIP this week?
Well, I'm gonna go with Lacey for that bra and underwear on national television. Go get it, girl.
So I went with Andrea's mother, Wanda. Is that her name? I feel like that might not be her name.
Well, I don't know. Wendy Wanda. I have no idea.
Whatever your name is, you are my VIP.
Yes,
Yeah.
we'll know her name sooner.
But she was supportive when she didn't want to be. You know, she did come, try to talk a little bit of sense into her, but she was going to be supportive regardless of what she chose. We need more parents like that.
Yeah.
And your POS?
Lizzie, because I just think that was terrible to like make fun of the person you're claiming to love. I mean, that was just wrong of her. I didn't like it.
I chose Lacey for obvious reasons. I just don't even feel like I need to expand on that.
No. But this is the first time someone has won both VIP and POS in one episode, so
I feel like we should record that. Episode 27, season 2.
Yep.
Lacey wins for VIP and POS in a single episode.
All in one episode. David will like this one. Our biggest fan, David. Shout out, David.
So that's about it for this week's episode. If you enjoyed the podcast, head over to Apple or Spotify to rate and review. If you'd like to continue the conversation, join our group on Facebook at Love After Lockup, Locked Down. Listen every Wednesday wherever you find your podcasts, and keep those notifications on to be the first to catch bonus episodes.
And in the meantime, don't fall in love.
And don't get locked up.
First date at Walmart, keeping it low. Told the clerk, don't judge me, I'm on parole. I brought roses, okay, 1 rose from a gas station. She said, "Aw, babe, now that's validation." We be vibing in a halfway suite. Microwave dinners, romance elite. She my ride or die, she brought me a phone. Even snuck it in once, pre-release song. She hold me down like a key-o with charm. Except she don't mace me or twist my arm. We write vows in Sharpie on my court docs. Judge said no contact, but we beat the clocks. Love after lockup, cuffed and proud. Matching jumpsuits, now we rockin' the crowd. She said, "Don't mess up," I said, "Bet." Now we're TikTok stars with no regrets. So here's the love and second chance thrill. From a concrete bed to Netflix and chill. They said don't catch feelings, but I caught a case of butterflies, girl, not just in one place. Ankle monitor beep. Oops, curfew gotta bounce.